The video introduces the concept of personal transformation through nervous system regulation. The initial quote emphasizes transformation by renewing the mind. The core message focuses on personal sovereignty. This approach is framed as a method for nervous system regulation, not a religious doctrine. The environment significantly influences human behavior and physiology. External factors can condition individuals to react instinctively rather than thoughtfully. This conditioning may lead to prioritizing fear over trust in interactions. The world can also encourage obedience over independent decision-making, emphasizing survival over holistic living. Many individuals are conditioned from childhood to suppress emotions. Questioning and critical thinking are often discouraged during upbringing. Opportunities to pause and reflect are frequently limited. Training in emotional regulation is often absent in childhood development. These factors can contribute to maintaining the nervous system in a state of survival mode. A dysregulated nervous system is more susceptible to external control. External systems often reinforce fear-based responses. Obedience is frequently rewarded by these systems. Disconnection from oneself is also encouraged. These factors collectively contribute to maintaining control. Such control mechanisms exploit nervous system vulnerabilities. Transformation is fundamentally about self-rediscovery, not altering one's core identity. It involves a process of returning to one's authentic self. The key is to remember and reconnect with who you truly are. True transformation is about unveiling your inherent nature. Renewal of the mind is a process facilitated by specific physiological conditions. A sense of safety within the body is a foundational element for mental renewal. Steady and controlled breathing contributes to the process. Slowing down the body's systems is also necessary. These conditions collectively allow awareness to return and sharpen. The combination of safety, breath control, and systemic slowdown fosters mental clarity. A calm body facilitates a clear mind. Mental clarity enables the soul to communicate. Physical calmness is thus a prerequisite for inner insight. Achieving clarity involves both bodily and mental states. Sovereignty is defined not as a belief, but as a state of regulation. It represents a state of being. This state is grounded in one's own body. It is also grounded in one's own mind. Therefore, sovereignty is an integrated state of physical and mental self-governance. Regulation involves the capacity to consciously pause before reacting. It enables individuals to make deliberate choices rather than acting impulsively. Self-regulation promotes mindful observation of one's internal and external environment. This observational awareness facilitates a more considered and appropriate response. These principles align with ancient teachings, focused on mindful and intentional living. Ancient teachings prioritized clarity over submission. The focus was on self-understanding. It was also about understanding one's role in the world. The goal was not blind obedience. The teachings aimed at fostering personal insight and awareness. A renewed mind shifts the basis of action from fear to knowledge. This transformation enables a transition from blind adherence to clear perception. The individual ceases to be driven by apprehension. Instead, decisions are rooted in understanding and insight. Emotional reactions are replaced by thoughtful responses. The focus shifts from seeking external validation to trusting internal guidance. This transition signifies a deeper connection with one's intuition. Inner knowing becomes the primary source of decision-making and self-assurance. Sovereign self signifies the regaining of self-authority. It marks a return to individual autonomy and control. This involves actively taking charge of one's own life. It also means shaping one's own destiny through conscious choices. Avoid being molded by external distortions. Refrain from being conditioned by fear-based responses. Do not relinquish your capacity for conscious awareness. Instead, seek personal transformation through introspection. Embrace change as a pathway to self-improvement. Cultivate resilience against negative influences to foster growth. The journey to personal freedom begins with returning to oneself. This involves a process of introspection and self-discovery. Walking sovereign means taking ownership of one's life and decisions. It requires acting with autonomy and self-governance. True freedom is achieved through this path of self-reliance and responsibility. Ultimately, self-sovereignty leads to a sense of fulfillment and purpose. The nervous system is continuously being trained by external stimuli. Environmental factors can condition the nervous system to prioritize survival responses. Fear-based reactions are often reinforced through societal conditioning. Obedience, when prioritized over critical thinking, can also shape nervous system responses. This training can lead to a nervous system predominantly operating in survival mode. A dysregulated system is characterized by instability and erratic behavior. Such a system becomes more susceptible to external control and manipulation. This heightened control can lead to a disconnection from one's true self. The individual's autonomy and self-awareness are diminished as a result. Transformation is achieved through embodied clarity. Embodied clarity involves integrating understanding into physical actions and experiences. It goes beyond mere intellectual assent or belief. This integration allows for a deeper, more impactful change. True transformation requires aligning thoughts, feelings, and actions. A calm nervous system facilitates mental clarity. Mental clarity allows for introspection and deeper understanding. This state encourages inner reflection. The soul can express itself more freely when the mind is at peace. Therefore, nervous system regulation is key to unlocking inner wisdom. Sovereignty is defined as a state of being, not a conviction or opinion. It is fundamentally linked to the nervous system's condition and response. This perspective shifts the understanding of sovereignty from an intellectual concept. It emphasizes the physiological and emotional aspects of feeling sovereign. Therefore, sovereignty is rooted in the body's internal state rather than external beliefs. A regulated state is characterized by a capacity for considered action. In this state, pausing becomes a deliberate option. Individuals can actively choose their responses. Observation of the situation is a key component. The ability to respond thoughtfully is enhanced. This contrasts with reactive or impulsive behaviors. The mind undergoes a renewal process, shifting its focus and perspective. This renewal facilitates a move away from fear-based reactions and decision-making. The transition involves embracing knowledge and understanding as primary drivers. Knowledge empowers individuals to make informed choices rather than succumbing to fear. This shift fosters a proactive and confident approach to challenges. Ultimately, the renewed mind prioritizes knowledge, leading to more rational and effective action. Self-authority signifies the regaining of personal control. It involves reclaiming one's sovereign self. This return emphasizes individual autonomy and decision-making. It represents a state of being where one is in charge of their own life and choices. Sovereignty is achieved through conscious effort and self-awareness. Renewing the mind is a crucial step in attaining personal sovereignty. Mind renewal involves challenging and transforming limiting beliefs. Returning to oneself signifies aligning with one's authentic values and desires. This process empowers individuals to reclaim control over their thoughts, emotions, and actions. The world influences behavior through various mechanisms. One key mechanism is reaction, where individuals respond to environmental stimuli. Survival instincts also shape behavior, driving actions that promote self-preservation. Conditioning, through learned associations, further molds behavioral patterns. The soul actively participates in the formation of truth. This formation is achieved through the cultivation of presence. Regulation plays a key role in shaping truth. Heightened awareness is also essential to this process. The external world often conditions individuals to react impulsively to stimuli. This reactive behavior is frequently an automatic response to external pressures. In contrast, the self promotes the capacity for conscious choice. Choice involves thoughtful consideration and deliberate decision-making. Cultivating self-awareness enables one to move beyond mere reaction. This shift empowers individuals to make informed choices aligned with their values. Survival focuses on training the nervous system to react to immediate threats. This training emphasizes quick responses to perceived dangers. Sovereignty, in contrast, aims to restore the nervous system to its natural state. This restoration involves releasing accumulated stress and tension. Thus, survival prepares for external challenges, while sovereignty cultivates internal balance. Transformation is fundamentally about achieving freedom. This freedom is specifically freedom from distortion. It is not about adhering strictly to a predetermined system. True transformation involves breaking free from constraints. The focus is on authenticity rather than conformity. The phrase "of the world" signifies a transition away from a state dominated by fear. It represents a shift from reactive behaviors to proactive choices. It also indicates a move beyond a primary focus on mere survival. This transition involves overcoming instinctive reactions rooted in fear. It requires developing a mindset that transcends basic survival instincts. Ultimately, it means engaging with the world from a place of strength rather than vulnerability. Transformation is fundamentally a process of returning. This return involves cultivating presence in one's life. Regulation of internal states is a key aspect of this transformation. Heightened self-awareness is also crucial for transformative change. Therefore, presence, regulation, and awareness are interconnected elements driving transformation. Inner authority prioritizes internal guidance over external influence. It emphasizes making decisions based on personal values and understanding. Choosing inner authority involves trusting one's own judgment. This approach contrasts with relying solely on external sources for direction. Ultimately, inner authority empowers individuals to make authentic choices. Transformation is achieved through embodied clarity. Embodied clarity emphasizes direct experience and understanding. This contrasts with relying solely on belief or abstract concepts. Transformation requires a deep, felt sense of truth. This felt sense comes from integrating knowledge into one's being. Therefore, embodied clarity is key to genuine change. The nervous system plays a crucial role in mental clarity. A calm nervous system facilitates a clearer mind. Conversely, stress and anxiety can cloud cognitive function. Techniques to calm the nervous system include meditation and deep breathing. Physical relaxation often leads to mental relaxation. Therefore, managing nervous system activity is key to achieving mental clarity. The soul possesses intrinsic wisdom and understanding. However, this inner voice is often obscured by the constant activity of the mind. A cluttered mind, filled with thoughts and distractions, makes it difficult to perceive the soul's guidance. When the mind becomes still and quiet, a space opens for the soul's voice to be heard. This clarity allows for intuition, deeper understanding, and connection to one's true self. Therefore, mental stillness is essential for accessing the wisdom and guidance of the soul. The phrase suggests a deep connection between one's soul and the ability to make choices. It implies that true choice emerges from inner reflection and understanding. The soul's voice guides individuals towards decisions aligned with their core values. This perspective emphasizes the importance of introspection in decision-making processes. Ultimately, it posits that authentic choices are rooted in the soul's wisdom. Renewal is a process characterized by a return to a state of calmness. It involves achieving clarity in one's thoughts and objectives. Renewal empowers individuals by providing them with choices. This process emphasizes the importance of mental and emotional restoration. It suggests a deliberate effort to refresh and rejuvenate. Ultimately, renewal leads to a more balanced and empowered state of being. The inherent nature of individuals is to recall their true selves. External control mechanisms obscure this natural state of remembrance. The intended path is to awaken inner knowledge. True understanding comes from self-discovery, not imposed governance. The goal is not to disengage from the world. Instead, the aim is to actively participate with full awareness. This involves a conscious engagement with one's surroundings. It requires being present and attentive in each moment. Living awake means experiencing life with heightened perception and understanding. The core principle is to maintain one's position. This involves a conscious decision to not yield or surrender. It emphasizes resilience and perseverance in the face of adversity. The focus is on active resistance rather than passive compliance. Clear vision involves independent thought and discernment. It emphasizes the importance of not accepting information without scrutiny. Critical thinking is essential for forming informed opinions. Blindly following can lead to misinformation and flawed decisions. Seeing clearly promotes intellectual autonomy and understanding. The goal is to perceive reality accurately through thoughtful analysis. External environments significantly influence human actions and conduct. The world, with its various stimuli, molds observable behavior. Conversely, internal conviction and values shape individual perception of truth. Personal beliefs and moral compass guide the interpretation of reality. Therefore, behavior is externally driven, while truth is internally constructed. Renewing the mind is a process of transformation. It involves changing one's thought patterns and perspectives. This renewal leads to a return to one's true self. It facilitates self-discovery and personal growth. The process enhances self-awareness and authenticity. Walk sovereign by reclaiming your inner authority. Inner authority is the recognition and acceptance of your own power. It involves trusting your judgment and intuition. Reclaiming inner authority means taking responsibility for your choices. It requires setting boundaries and asserting your needs. Walking sovereign involves living authentically and with self-respect. The environment often reinforces a survival-oriented state in the nervous system. This reinforcement leads to a state of dysregulation. The nervous system is trained to prioritize threat detection and response. This can result in chronic stress and anxiety. The body's natural ability to self-regulate is compromised. External validation is a process of seeking approval or affirmation from others. Excessive reliance on external approval can hinder personal growth and self-confidence. Internal validation involves trusting one's own judgment and intuition. Shifting from seeking external approval to internal knowing fosters self-reliance. This shift empowers individuals to make decisions based on their own values and understanding. Ultimately, internal validation leads to a stronger sense of self and authenticity. Inner transformation is achieved through heightened self-awareness. Awareness facilitates a deeper understanding of one's internal state. This understanding enables conscious change and growth. Transformation, therefore, originates from within, guided by awareness. Self-regulation is a transformative process. This transformation is achieved through regulation. Regulation involves managing one's thoughts and behaviors. Remembrance plays a crucial role in this process. It involves recalling past experiences and lessons to guide present actions. Clarity of mind is essential for making informed decisions. A clear mind allows for unbiased evaluation of options. The ability to choose effectively depends on mental clarity. Therefore, mental clarity enables the return of choice. The message pertains to sovereignty. The message is not religious in nature. It focuses on aspects of national or state authority. The content relates to the power and jurisdiction of a governing body. The message does not involve religious doctrines or beliefs. It is a declaration or statement concerning sovereign rights.